Today, I'm reporting live from the U.S. Mexican border in Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville is a city in Texas that sits in the Cameron County. It's located right across from Matamoros, Mexico. These two cities share a border that experiences significant traffic each year. In 2023 alone, the Brownsville, Texas border saw an impressive 2,837,737 pedestrians crossing from Mexico. As of April 1st, 2020, this city was said to have the population of 186,738. July 1st of 2023, it's said to have a population of 190,158.
Massive group of about 1,000 migrants tried to cross from Matamoros, Mexico into Brownsville, Texas overnight. Certainly a familiar scene that we're used to seeing here in El Paso. Brownsville police say border officials had to close the Gateway International Bridge for several hours.
Brownsville is actually the first border city to get this new fencing, which is part of Governor Abbott's Operation Lone Star.
The border crisis caught on camera. Migrants running right past officers. Take a look. A group of 7 men emerged from the brush in Texas and tried to outrun agents. This video shows 4 of the men getting captured by Border Patrol. More than 200 migrants surrendered to agents near the same location on Monday.
Migration is complex. The people who are arriving at the border have their own reasons for going to California or Texas. Obviously, a lot of them pay smugglers.
I just get out with prisons. You?
You say you just got out of prison?
Yeah,
What'd you go to jail for?
Cocaine, kilos.
You definitely see people in the drug business.
This is dope capital of USA, man. This is like Miami was back in the game. A lot of cocaine goes through here, man.
But the Border Patrol is right there. You think they don't?
Matter? It don't matter. They're corrupt too, man. They be getting busted for smuggling people, man.
Hey, guys,
Oh, no, I can't. Okay.
can be pretty good.
They just flag me right on through.
And you would smuggle marijuana? Is that?
Well, I started smoking cocaine too.
They come on this side and they're always messing with our things or coming in and, you know.
We're gonna go to the Gateway Bridge, which is where you can see the border. You can see Matamoros as well, Matamoros, Mexico. I was told you can get a really clear view of the border and outside of the border. That's the bridge to leave Brownsville, Texas, the United States, over to Mexico.
Change for a coin there, that'll be $1.
Okay.
On the way back, I believe you need at least 50 cents coming back.
I don't have my passport with me, so is it fine?
Are you an American citizen?
Yeah. I just want to walk
Like-
with my camera all the way and
like
then
go
walk
on
back.
the other side of the checkpoint pretty
Yeah,
much?
yeah.
Legally, the United States cannot hold United States citizens outside of the U.S., so when you try to come back, they will be like, okay, well, we have to make sure it's you. They'll do an interview and like make sure that is you and you know all your information.
Okay, that's gonna take too much time.
Depending on the line of people, there is a line of people right now.
As soon as you cross the border, what you see is stores right here. This whole stretch is just stores. I guess clothes you can wear, shoes, food. How's it like living in Brownsville?
Pretty good. Can't complain or nothing.
I was 14 years old when I come down here. I'm 66 now.
You told me you're just visiting, right?
Yeah.
How long are you staying?
5 hours.
4 hours?
5 hours.
You crossed the border?
Yeah, I crossed the...
Oh, okay, you came in. That's good. Do you go to school in Matamoros or is from somewhere
I
else?
school in Matamoros.
Matamoros?
Matamoros.
How is Matamoros? I've never been.
Beautiful, but only in ciertos lugares.
Ciertos lugares. Going to Matamoros is bad. What is wrong with Matamoros though?
Pero only lo que oímos on TV.
Only what we hear in TV.
Do you want to come to Brownsville to live here or you want to stay Matamoros?
I don't know. I'm going to stay in Matamoros because I study there.
Oh, okay.
But to work, I'm thinking.
A lot of people here don't understand English. That's another challenge that I'm having. No?
French.
Oh, ¿cómo se llama? English? No English?
No.
So that other side is where Mexico is. And then you can see the water right there where you sometimes see on the news that people swam across or whatever and are seeking entry.
Some people lose their lives here in the border. Real tragic. A lot of losses have been lost here in this area.
Is it mostly when they're trying to swim across?
It all depends. It all depends.
Most of them, do they go back? Do they cross the border back or they just stay and...
Some of them stay and some of them go back. It depends.
So that right there is the room where they interview people. I was told not to go on that because that is the U.S. property.
Hey guys,
Oh, no, I can't. Okay.
Can be pretty good. recording?
This is where they conduct their investigations. That is car searches, people searching, approving people's visas, whatnot. Once I got to the customs office, I tried speaking with officials there to better understand the border procedures and to further investigate the claims that travelers are being mistreated there. However, despite me making a formal request to conduct such interview, I was denied the opportunity to do so. What are your thoughts with the immigration policy right now, being someone who lives in a border city?
I'm not for it, but I'm not so against it. Like, I do see like why we should help them, because they are coming from places that like obviously like it's worse than here. But I do not agree with them helping them to the fact the Americans, like, we need help as it is, but they're helping them and giving them like free stuff.
They're just letting people stay there, and it's kind of crowded, and I feel like it's not right for that to do them. But
so they're sleeping over there? So that building right there where they do the inspection and everything that we saw,
where you cross, like they stay there for like days.
That's if they don't have papers or anything.
Yeah.
Do you think they're being fair to the people of Mexico though?
No.
If you could be in a place of power right now, what would your policy be to change everything?
Trying to help them out a different way. There's other ways of doing things, you know.
So instead of bringing them here, you're saying like help them wherever they are at.
Yeah.
Like if it's in Mexico, go help them in Mexico.
If you think about it, imagine you having a visa or anything like that, right? If you have a passport, you can go in right there. But like if you have a visa, it's unfair.
Do you think it's safe living here?
For the most part, yeah.
There's a lot of criminal activities and stuff like that.
Do you think those criminal activities come in here?
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna see people like that, you know, the tattoos, you know, they can't hide who they are.
They come on this side and they're always messing with our things or coming in and, you know.
When you say your things, what do you mean?
Like they come and they destroy like property, or they just, you know, stuff like that.
They're not all bad, but obviously like there is some few rotten apples in that batch.
Have they broken into your property before?
My Sierra, outside my grandma's house, it didn't look to be like people from here. It's probably people that have crossed the border.
It's different. It's very, very different. I'm not gonna say safe or not safe because people are very different nowadays. Everything's changing.
Yeah, I feel safe. I feel like if I need to call the police, they'll come and help me.
I was smuggling with horses. I was smuggling with paint. Had a big old 10-gallon cowboy hat on, a mouthful of tobacco. When I went through Sarita checkpoint up here, I always kept a Bible on the dashboard. I'll pay for that one day. They just flagged me right on through, man.
And you would smuggle marijuana?
I started smuggling cocaine too.
Would you say like law enforcement, they typically take action on people who are not from here that commit crimes?
I would say it's 50-50. I mean, it's pretty hard for them to keep track and look for people when they're not even in our systems because they're just coming illegally. But for the most part, they try.
How much would you get for each successful pass through the border?
$40,000.
$40,000 in cash?
Yeah, for transporting, yeah. But see, all my drugs went to the motorcycle people. I didn't have to fool around and sell it on the street. The last time I left here, I had 30 kilos of cocaine. Well, I didn't get to go to New Orleans. I didn't know I had a GPS tracking device on the back of my paint wagon. They just wanted to get me bust me in Houston, which they did. And I ended up with 25 years on that one.
25 years in jail?
25 years in prison for an ounce of cocaine, it's marijuana. I did 11 on it before I got out because I was a knucklehead. First time I went to prison, there was a lot of respect. Now it's all these youngsters going in there, they can have it. A lot of disrespect, you know.
Do you think your race helped you get out of jail real quick?
No, it didn't make no difference because I was a knucklehead. I was a gang affiliated.
So you're saying they treated you just as they would have treated any other race?
Okay. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah.
But I mean, if you go downtown, you'll see the Venezuelans, you'll see the people that are coming over, you'll see them in groups. I mean, it's pretty common to see them, especially now with the border being as weak as it is.
I try to see if somebody will come and get some food or something to eat. I haven't eaten one day, and I try to buy a taco, but I'm missing like $5. I got actually $1 only.
I have coins if you want coins.
Okay.
Yeah, but you were saying you're visiting from Mexico?
No, I just crossed from Mexico.
Oh, you did? How long ago did you cross?
A few days.
So now you're trying to go back?
No, I try to stay here.
Oh.
I just try to get some food.
Oh, okay. Why do you want to stay here and not go back?
It better pay with your work.
Do you have any family here?
No, sir.
We live in a country where we have opportunities, but it's kind of unfair for us at the same time, you know?
The new generation like cartels, like the offspring of cartels, I definitely like wouldn't say they're here, but you definitely like see people in the drug business.
This is dope capital of USA, man. This is like Miami was back in the game. A lot of cocaine goes through here, man.
I just get out with prisons. You?
You say you just got out of prison?
Yeah.
What prison? Like in Mexico
Texas,
or here?
In
Brownsville?
TDC, he called it TDC.
What'd you go to jail for?
For cocaine, kilos.
Were you trying to bring it across?
Yeah. I tried to cross the border.
How many years did you do in jail?
9
years. So you're just getting out?
In 2
Congrats.
years, 2 years rehab.
You did rehab in Matamoros?
Yeah.
So where do you live now?
Here.
Are you a citizen?
Yeah.
Were you born in the U.S.?
See.
How frequent do you think people try to smuggle drugs through the border?
Yeah, I don't think you need it. It's only I think.
How do you see the U.S. Immigration Service?
I've heard stories, I've heard stuff, and I do have ties with like law enforcement here. You know, they'll help me out with small stuff here and there. But I mean, if it's something serious, bro, they're just like you're on your own.
They're corrupt too, man. They be getting busted for smuggling people, man. They got some messed up sidewalks, and all that money they get from drug money, they can't fix their sidewalks. Sidewalks are like obstacle courses.
Because I have heard stories of cops being involved in the whole drug and covering up for like trap houses. I've heard about that stuff.
What is the positive about living here? What's one of the most... The people?
Yeah. The people here in the border town, nobody cares who you are, what racial you are, how you're dressed.
Yeah.
We were born here.
Oh, you were born here?
Yeah.
Did you at some point ever live outside of Brownsville and then come back?
I did. Well, Pasadena, Houston.
Uh-huh.
We lived for about 8 months.
8 months? Okay.
I didn't like it. We didn't like, my husband and I. The life over there is too fast.
So I'm guessing these are supplies for people who just arrive into the country to buy things, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
The prices here are good.
Yeah, very good. $25? Come on, you can't beat that. So having heard all of these stories, it sounds to me like Brownsville is a pretty small town that is quiet, and the only thing that gets it busy is the border right there. Different people coming in, there's good apples, there's bad apples. You just gotta be careful what you do, people you talk to, mind your business. If you can't speak Spanish, I would advise learning Spanish because it's Spanish heavy. You definitely need some good Spanish to communicate and survive here. Other than that, it's been a great story. Some of the stories I've seen online about the corruption going on here because of the smuggles and cartel businesses seem to be true. The crisis at the border seems to be true again, with how people are being treated in different circumstances, whether they're legal or illegal. Overall, I'm glad I covered this story.
2 años de Matamoros de rehab.